Isn't life so amazing? Sometimes it can get crazy, but hey, that's so.
Do you want to increase your English communication skills? Learn English fluency. To learn English fluency, you should learn that the formation of sentence in English, and to know that formation of sentence, you should know there are three parts in a sentence, and first one is subject, second one is verb, and third one is object. And note that verb and object comes under predicate, because basically there are two parts, subject and predicate. Now what is subject? Let us see what comes under subject. This is the first part of the sentence. So in subject it comes the answer of who. Who means maybe name, that is noun, or the pronoun. Now what is noun? Noun is name of a person, place, or anything, or any idea. Noun is nothing but name. Name of a person, place, or anything, or any idea. Yes, dear friends, noun comes as the first part of the subject, and also pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. As you know, noun is a name of a person, place, or anything, or any idea. Now pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Yes, dear friends, instead of noun we use pronoun. So noun is a name of a person, place, or anything, or any idea. So let us see examples. Example of name. Name is Rani. Rani is name. Name of a person, right? And India. India is name of a place. Now anything, maybe office, chair, table, anything, and any idea, that may be sunset. Now pronoun. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. So let us see the examples of pronoun. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. So these are the words which we use instead of a noun or name. Now let us see in I and we. What we call this I and we? I and we are called as first person. You must have heard about the persons in English. That is first person I and we, second person you, and third person he, she, it, and they. Now in subject we have seen there is noun and pronoun. Noun or pronoun, it will come in subject, and next part is verb, and third part is object. So verb and object comes under predicate. Now let us see verb. Now what is verb? Verb is basically any work or any action, right? So anything which is visible that we do, that is verb. Verb is any work or any action which we can see. So that is verb, and definitely we can see the example as dance, eat, come, go, walk, or cooking. Anything which is action or any work, that is called verb. Verb is nothing but any work. Basically there are two types. There are two types of verbs. That is main verb, and second one is auxiliary verb. There are two types of verb. main verb and auxiliary verb. Now let us see what is main verb. We should see now what main verb. Okay, what is main verb? Main verb is nothing but the verb or the work which is visible, right? We can see the verb, we can see the work, that is main verb. And in main verb there are also two types. One is weak verb and one is strong verb. In main verb there are two types. One is weak verb, another one is strong verb. Now let us see. Weak verb is nothing but a verb when it goes to past tense, or when we change it to past tense, only ed or ied will be added. In past tense, only ed or ied will be added to the present tense verb, that is called weak verb. That means there will not be much difference while going from present tense to past tense. Means when a verb goes to past tense, present tense verb goes to past tense, there will be a slight change or added with ed or ied. For example, present tense carry becomes carried and present tense waste becomes wasted in the past tense. Now let us see what is strong verb. In strong verb, what happens? When the present tense verb in past tense, it completely changes. When the present tense verb goes to past tense, completely changes. For example, go is the present tense verb. When it goes to past tense, it becomes went. That means it has changed completely. And break become broke, come become came. So when it is completely changed, it is called strong verb. Now we have seen subject, then we have seen verb. Now let us see the object part, right? We have seen subject, noun or pronoun, then verb we have seen, and now we are going to see the object part. Okay, both verb and object comes under predicate. Now let us see object. What is object? What comes under object? And basically this is the last or the third part of a sentence. In object we can see who, to whom, where, why, or how, maybe how long, when, how much, how far, how long. All this will come under object, as the answer of this will come under object or the third part of a sentence. Now we have seen subject, verb and object, right? Dear friends, this is actually the sentence structure. Sentence structure, how the sentence should be. Sentence structure. This is called sentence structure, how the sentence should be. Now we'll see the sentence formation. Now sentence structure we have seen. Now we will see the sentence formation. How the sentence should be formed. First, subject, who, right? Noun or pronoun should come as a first part of a sentence. So let us start forming the sentence. First we have to start with who, noun or pronoun. here name. Lakshmi we have written. Next second part is verb. Verb is any work or action. So we after noun or pronoun we should add action or any verb, that is go. Go is a verb or work, right? That's second part. And now third part. Third part is object. Who, to whom, where, why, how. Any of the answer should come in the third part. Third part of a sentence, that is there. Lakshmi go there. Lakshmi is noun. First part go is verb, second part, and there is where, that is third part. So now let us recollect everything that we have studied. We have studied from the beginning that English communication skills, and we need to learn English fluency. For that we need to learn sentence structure, and we have seen that there are three parts in a sentence, and we have seen the three parts in deep: subject, verb and object. Yes, dear friends, there are three parts in a sentence, and the three parts are subject, verb and object. Basically, this verb and object comes under the part predicate. So basically there are two parts in a sentence, subject and predicate consists of verb and object. Now we have seen in the subject noun and pronoun, and in verb we have seen any work or action, and in object we have seen again noun or pronoun or adverb and adjective, right? So these are the three parts of a sentence. In subject we have seen noun or pronoun, verb we have seen any work, and object again we have seen noun, pronoun, adverb and adjective. And in subject we have seen who, that is noun or pronoun, name of a person, place or anything or any idea, that is called noun. Name of a person, place or anything or any idea. And we have seen with example. We have seen with example that name of a person. For example, Rennie is the name of a person. India is name of a place. Office is can be anything. Then pronoun. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Under pronoun we have seen I, we, that is as first person, you as second person, and he, she, it and they as third person. Again, we have seen that in subject we have seen subject we have seen noun and pronoun. Now verb is any work or any action. And example we have seen dance is a work or action, cooking is a work or action, walking is a work or action. So this is about verb. And in verb we have seen there are two types, main verb and auxiliary verb. In verb there are two types we have seen, that is one is main verb and second one is auxiliary verb. Now what is main verb? We have seen the main verb as definitely any work which we can see. In main verb also there are two types. One is weak verb and one is strong verb. Now what is weak verb? Weak verb we have seen that this is the part of main verb. There are two types in the main verb. One is weak verb and strong verb. And what is main verb? Main verb is definitely a verb which is visible. It is same as verb, and there are two types in verb, that is main verb and auxiliary verb, and even in main verb there are two types, weak verb and strong verb. So there are two types in a main verb, that is weak verb and strong verb. Now let us understand what is weak verb. To understand weak verb, when the verb which is in present tense, when goes to past tense, we add ed or ied to make it as past tense. That means there is a slight change from present tense to past tense verb. We have seen, for example, carry, C-A-R-R-Y, carry becomes carried. So while changing to past tense, ed or ied will be added. C-A-R-R-Y, carry, what we do? C-A-R-R-I-E-D. That will be the past tense verb. So here what happened? Instead of Y, we have added IED. Waste, W-A-S-T. Waste is become wasted. ED, we have added ED. Cry, C-R-Y. Present tense verb, cried, C-R-I-E-D. That becomes past tense verb. Now what is strong verb? In strong verb what we do? The present tense verb, when we change to past tense, it changes completely. That means there will not be a present tense verb when it goes to past tense. There will not be a slight change. There will be a complete change. That's why it is called strong verb. For example, we have seen go has become went. Go is in the present tense, went is in the past tense. Break in the present tense, broke in the past tense. Come in the present tense and came in the past tense. So dear friends, we have seen that it has completely changed. Now we have seen subject and verb. Now let us see about object. Now object is the third and final part of a sentence. And in that also we see that it consists of the answer of who, to whom, where, why, when, how long, how much, how far. All these will be answered in the third part of a sentence. That is nothing but the object. Now, let us see all these parts as a sentence. First part is noun. Noun is name, Lakshmi. Second part is verb, that is work, go. And third part is there, where, that is object. So now we have formed a sentence using subject, verb and object. This is about sentence formation. Now let us see tenses. As you know, there are three types of tenses. There are three types of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. Let us see one by one about these tenses. In tenses, there are three types. One is present tense, past tense and future tense. Now let us see about the present tense. What is present tense? Present tense is nothing but about the present. Present is today and it is now and it is called the present tense, that is also called current. This is about present tense. Now let us see the next one, that is past tense. Past tense is yesterday and which is almost finished. Past tense is finished and that is yesterday. And it is not now. That means now will be present tense, right? So it is not now. That is something finished. And that maybe we can tell it as yesterday. Let us see future tense. Future tense will be which yet to come, which has to come. Which has to come, that is yet to come. Yet to come can be tomorrow. And even the future tense is not now. Now we have seen present tense, past tense and future tense. Now let us see with the example. Let us form the sentence of present tense. In present tense we use the verb, present tense verb. I go to the temple. I go. Go is the verb in present tense. That is, I is the subject, go is the verb and to the temple is the object. Right? We have seen the sentence formation. How to do the sentence formation? First should be subject. See where we have written here Lakshmi. So here I. And next one is go. That is the verb. And here also we have mentioned go, verb. And third part we have seen here to the temple and there. That is the object. Alright. So this is about present tense sentence formation. Now going next, we would see that how some other sentences in present tense we can do. That's only we have seen using first person, right? First person I told you I and we. So we have done the sentence using I. I go to the temple. That is singular. I is singular. Now we go to the temple. We is plural, right? That is first person, I and we. And second person is you. You go to the temple. Second person is you. And third person is they. They go to the temple. So we have seen here first person, second person and third person. And we have seen they in the third person but not seen he, she, it. He, she and it is called singular. Singular, third person, singular, right? Single person. He can be she, can be it, can be all these are singular. So in present tense, third person, singular, we call this as he, she, it as third person singular. Okay. Now let us see how to do sentences with he, she and it in present tense. Because we have done the sentences of I, we, you and they. And for all this the verb is same, go. But what about the third person singular? Let us try to do the sentence with he. He is the subject. Again, go is the verb and to the temple is the object. But dear friends, in present tense we cannot use he go. We should use as he goes to the temple. We need to add es to the verb. He goes to the temple. Similarly, for she goes to the temple, and as well as it goes to the temple. Goes. We cannot say he go to the temple, she go to the temple, or it go to the temple, right? We can say I go to the temple, we go to the temple, you go to the temple, they go to the temple. But when it comes to he, she and it, we should add goes to the temple. Goes. Alright. So this is the significant thing what we should understand in present tense. While forming present tense sentence, we should take care of this third person singular, that is he, she and it, where we should add es to the verb. Alright. So that's why it comes as he goes to the temple, she goes to the temple, and it goes to the temple. This has to be taken care while forming the present tense sentences. And this is only for the third person singular, but not for the third person plural. It doesn't apply to they, third person plural. Alright. So that is only for the third person singular, that is to positive sentence. That's only for the positive sentence, not for negative or interrogative sentences. We do it only for the positive sentences. Now let us see negative sentences. What about negative sentence? In present tense we use do. Do and not. Not shows the negative and do is the helping verb in present tense. While using negative sentence, we use do for I, we, you, they. Alright. So I don't go to the temple, we don't go to the temple, you don't go to the temple. Whereas he, she and it, there should be does not go to the temple. And one more thing we can notice here, goes, es will be removed, only go, because we are adding es to the do. She does not go to the temple. It does not go to the temple. So whenever verb es was added, we should remove that and we should add it to the do. Whereas for they, it will be only don't. It will not be does, it will be only don't. Because as I said, only for he, she and it, we use does. Alright. So now we'll see now we have seen present tense positive, negative. Now we are going to see interrogative sentences. Let us see interrogative sentence. Interrogative is question. How to do the question? How to form the questions in present tense, right? So to form the sentences or form the questions, interrogative sentences in present tense, what we do, this helping verb what I said, do would come first. Then comes the subject. Subject is who, right? Who, I, you, they, we, he, she, it, all that comes as the latter part of the subject. Alright. So do is there, no? Do comes first. Don't I go to the temple? Don't we go to the temple? Right? As well as don't you go to the temple? First comes the do. Do is the helping verb in present tense for I, we, you and they. Whereas for he, she, it, does is the helping verb. So we use does he or doesn't he go to the temple. Either we can use does he go to the temple when it does he is positive, doesn't he is negative. The answer should be positive for this, right? Doesn't he go to the temple? Doesn't she go to the temple? Or doesn't it go to the temple? Whereas coming to they, for they we use don't. Don't they go to the temple? And here we should understand that we use question mark for interrogative. Since it is interrogative, interrogative means question. So for that we need to use question mark at the end. Alright, hope it is clear for you. Do and does are the helping verb in present tense. And we use this for forming interrogative sentences. And we add question mark to the end. Whereas to the positive sentence, we add full stop, right? Full stop at the end of the sentence. Both for positive sentence, negative sentence, we use full stop. And the beginning of the letter should be capital letter whenever you form any sentence. Alright, these are the things we should keep in mind. And now coming to past tense, the verb should change. I said, right? When the verb changes completely, now go has become went. So when it changed completely, this is called the strong verb. So we are making past tense sentence. That's why the verb should change here from present tense to past tense. And if the verb changes completely, then it is called as strong verb. So we have seen past tense, positive sentence. Now let us see negative sentence. In negative sentence, obviously there should be not. But what about the helping verb? Helping verb is did. Did denotes the negative. I did not go to the temple. Here not denotes the negative and did denotes the past tense. So past tense negative sentence we should have did not. And coming to future tense positive sentence. Future tense will always be understood with the word will. Right? Will denotes, will or shall denotes the future tense. So we add will here for all the irrespective of everything, like I will, I shall we can use, we will, you will, she will, he will, it will and they will go to the temple. Whereas you can see here, go is only go, not goes. Goes comes only for the present tense. Present tense, positive sentence. But whereas for past tense and future tense, we will not have goes. Right? This thing you should remember. Keep it in mind. And we have seen here goes become went. Present tense goes became went in the past tense. Right? The verb changed here for he, she, it. And here it becomes will go. Will go. Present tense verb only will be there. Only thing what is extra is here will. That is for the future tense. Alright. Now we are going to see the future tense Negative, what happened? I will not go to the temple. We will not go to the temple. He will not go to the temple. She will not go to the temple. It will not go to the temple. They will not go to the temple. Now, what about the interrogative? Again, interrogative is nothing but the question. How to form an interrogative sentence in future tense? Again, the helping verb here will for future tense will come at the first stage, first point. And I, that is noun or pronoun, will come as the second part of the subject, right? So, will I or won't I? When it is won't I, it is a negative question, whereas the answer will come as positive. Won't I go to the temple? Yes, I will go to the temple. That would be the answer for that. But when I say, will I go to the temple? I might say no. Negative answer will come. No, I will not go to the temple. So, at the same way, won't we go to the temple? So, won't will come first. We will come second part of the subject. And at the end of the sentence, there will be a question mark. Won't you go to the temple? Won't. Won't is the short form of will not. W-I-L-L, will, and N-O-T, not. When it is joined, it becomes won't. Won't I go to the temple? Won't he go to the temple? Here also, irrespective of he, she, it, or first person, second person, or third person, irrespective of the person, the subject remains the same as the helping verb is here is will. So the question will be formed as will not I, or won't I, won't he, won't you, won't we, won't it, won't they. Alright? This will continue as long as we use will for the future tense. Even shall can be used for I. I shall or I will. Same way, will. Alright, now we have seen English communication skills. To learn our English communication skills, we should have English fluency. To get the English fluency, we should learn this English communication skills. Alright, and how to learn this English communication skills? First, we should understand to form the structure of the sentence. We need to structure the sentence. And we understood that there are three parts in a sentence. Because if we want to do the sentence, if we want to form a sentence, we should understand the parts of a sentence. That is subject, verb, and object. There are three parts: subject, verb, and object. And we understood that what is subject? Subject is noun or pronoun. And we also understood that what is verb? Verb is any work. And we understood what is object? Object is again noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb. So the third part would be everything which is apart from this subject and verb, because object describes this subject and verb, right? That's the reason we get all the things, remaining things in object. That can be noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, etc. And these are the three important parts which we use in a sentence. Alright? And we understood how to form a sentence, how to make positive sentence. So in subject, now we have seen, first it came subject, right? First part of the sentence is subject. In subject we have seen who, that means noun or pronoun. There we have seen first person, second person, third person also, right? Who means there can be first person, second person, third person. And what is noun? Noun is name of a person, place or anything or any idea. So we have seen with example. Rennie is name of a person, India is name of a place, and office is name of anything, and sunset is any idea. So name of a person, place or anything or any idea is called noun. Alright. Then we have seen pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. So instead of noun, what we use, that is called pronoun, and in that we have seen three persons in English. That is first person, I is singular, first person singular, we is first person plural, you again second person singular as well as plural, and he, she, it is called third person singular, and they is third person plural. Coming to verb, verb is nothing but any work or any action. So we have seen with example, that is maybe dance, cooking, walking, or any work or anything what we can see, that is verb. So we have also seen that in verb there are two types. There are two types of verb. There are two types in verb. They are called, first one is main verb and second one is auxiliary verb. And again we have seen what is main verb and what is auxiliary verb. As we know, verb is any work or anything, any action, not anything, it's any action, right? Main verb is any action which is visible, any work which is visible, because there are two types now, main verb and auxiliary, but auxiliary verb is not visible. So main verb is visible, we can see that work. And again in main verb there are two types, that is main verb and strong verb. In main verb we have two verbs, that is weak verb and strong verb. Now what is weak verb? Weak verb is a verb when we change to past tense, only ed and ied will be added to that verb. For example, if carry is the verb in present tense, carry, when it goes to past tense it becomes carried, carried. That means here ied is added. And waste, another one is waste, wast. Waste we are adding ed. Cry we are adding cried. Cry is present tense verb, cry. It becomes cried, cried, when it goes to past tense. So let us see what is strong verb. Strong verb is a verb while changing to past tense it changes completely. That means when it is present tense, suppose if it is go is the verb, and when it goes to past tense it becomes went. So it's completely changes and nowhere it is connected to the present tense verb. So the form is completely changed. Go became went, break become broke, come became came, bring become brought, and buy become bought. So Here the verb is completely changed while going to the past tense. That is why it is called strong verb. Now let us see the third part and final part of a sentence, that is called object. Now what is object? We have seen that the answer of these questions like who, to whom, where, why, how long, how much, how far, all this will be answered in the third form. So dear friends, we have seen sentence formation. First is subject, then verb, then the object. Here we have seen Lakshmi is subject, I is subject, go is verb, and third part there. And in the second sentence we have seen to the temple. That means subject, verb and object, combination of these three are called a sentence formation. And again we have seen tenses, present tense, past tense, future tense. What is present tense? We have seen present tense is current, today or now. Now is called, we say, present tense, which is happening the present. Again past tense is which is finished or yesterday, or which is not now, which is completed, that we call as past tense. Again coming to future tense also which has to come, that means it is not yet come, it's not today or yesterday, that yet to come, tomorrow and not now. And we have seen the present tense positive sentences, that is I go to the temple, we go to the temple, you go to the temple, they go to the temple. Whereas he goes to the temple, she goes to the temple, it goes to the temple. That means we are adding es to the verb for he, she and it, because he, she, it are called third person singular. And this change happens for the present tense positive sentence only for the third person singular. Now if we go to the present tense interrogative, we are using helping verb do. So do comes first, do and not. When adding both together, don't I go to the temple, don't we go to the temple, and we add here question mark at the end of the sentence. Alright. Here past tense positive sentence we have seen as the verb completely changes. When present tense it was go, here we can see it has become went. So I went to the temple, we went to the temple, you went to the temple, she went to the temple, he went to the temple, they went to the temple. So for everyone, each and everyone, the verb is same, nothing is changing here. And again we have seen the past tense negative. Helping verb we have used here as did. Did is for past tense helping verb and not is for negative. So did not becomes the past tense negative sentence. I did not go to the temple. We did not go to the temple. You did not go to the temple. He did not go to the temple. She did not go to the temple. It did not go to the temple. Alright, and that's the same way. If we see the future tense, future positive sentences, here we have seen that we have added will or shall. Usually we use shall for I. I shall go to the temple. We will go to the temple. You will go to the temple. He will go to the temple. She will go to the temple. It will go to the temple. They will go to the temple. So everything, everywhere we can see here will for future tense. And what about the negative? Will is future and not is negative. Simple, right? So will not. I will not go to the temple. We will not go to the temple. You will not go to the temple. He will not go to the temple. Right? So now coming to interrogative sentence, future tense interrogative sentences, it remains the same, that will not, will, will plus not, not, will not. The two words will be added and that becomes won't. Won't I go to? That's all for today. This is Rani D'Souza, an author and India's first authority building mentor. Like, share and subscribe the channel.
Isn't life so amazing? Sometimes it can get crazy, but hey, that's okay. We've got another day to make mistakes and say sorry. There's no sense in our worry.